There are two categories of chords: open chords, or chords that use open strings, and barred chords, or chords that don't use open strings. So far, we've talked about roughly 16 open chords that you are going to use a lot. They would be E, A, D, G, C, E minor, A minor. Those 7 are like the top tier, I call them, because those get used all the time. The lower tier, the second tier, are the open chords that don't get played as often, but they're good to know. B7, F, D minor. And then there's like the tier on its own, which is the 4-finger family of chords: the G, C add 9, D sus 4, E minor 7, A minor add 11, omit 3, that's a long name, and F6 9. Those are all the 16 chords that you really should be familiar with because they're going to get played a lot. But then there's a second level of chords that you should maybe know and maybe not know, that I call the secondary open chords. Secondary meaning that they're not as important as the primary open chords. Those open chords, the secondaries, they're great to know. It's information that's valid, it's useful. But it's also not necessarily information that you need to know right now in your development as a player. Now, if you were sitting across from me about this point in lessons, I'd be saying, okay, hey, let's start learning some songs. Make me a playlist of tunes on your iPod or on your MP3 player. But in the process of starting to get you to branch out and starting to play songs that you're choosing, we would probably run into chords that are not one of those first 16. Do they get played in nearly as often? No, they don't. So that's why I call them secondary chords. Now, you can learn them, but there are dozens and dozens of chords that you could learn, and you may never use them at all. So I like to do those kind of à la carte. It sounded French, didn't it? Oh, I'm very good with my French. À la carte. You may learn those chords. À la carte, my friend. Here's a story about learning open chords. This was back in, I think, the 1700s, 1720 or so. And this kid came in, and he had, according to his mother or grandmother,
oh, little Jakey hates lessons. He hates guitar. He hates lessons in general. He just hates music.
So that's kind of weird. Why don't you bring him in and let me talk to him and see. And so sure enough, I was sitting across from the kid, and he's like, guitar sucks, dude. It sucks. I was like, well, what kind of music do you like? I like Nirvana. I like Metallica. And there was a third band that I don't remember. And I said, well, okay, have you started playing those songs by those bands yet? And he said, no, dude, my guitar teacher won't let me. Okay, well, hold on. What do you mean she won't let you? Until I can play all of my open chords, she's not going to let me learn any fun stuff. Now, I could see why that would be frustrating. And sure enough, I quizzed him, and I was like, you can't know all of your open chords. He goes, yeah, I'm like 3 away from it, but I think I'm just going to quit guitar. I said, well, no, you don't know all your open chords. And sure enough, the kid did. I was just throwing out random. Play me an A sharp fully diminished chord. You mean like this, Dave? Yeah. Yes, I know all my open chords almost, except for those 3, but that's why I'm going to quit because it sucks. I can't blame him. It does suck. He knew chords that he probably has still never played, and that was 20 years ago. So the secondary open chords, I would add them when you run into a song that says A sharp fully diminished. That's when you learn the A sharp fully diminished. Until then, why bog you down with crap you're not going to need or know?